2019. Looks like it's a good day to do something. Actually seen plenty of flowers around here, so my suspicion is that they're foraging. All kinds of turnips that I've seen along the roadside that are bolting. Plenty of yellow flowers on them. This is one of my swarms I rehomed last year. Was hanging right there. And they're steady at it. They're buzzing right by me. Apparently I'm not taking offense to me standing 10 feet away. That's good. And if I were to open that box, it'd be a whole different story. They'd be on me. Warm enough to get out and use the bathroom and forage flowers, but probably would take an offense to me standing this close to them and opening the lid and breaking up the warm temperature that they got going inside. Yeah, I've had enough. I'm gonna move on. I gotta go build some stuff. Y'all have a good one. Alright, I am making Nook bottom boards today. So I already got my pieces cut out. I'll put my measurements up there. This time I just kind of threw this together. Some bottom board designs call for a lot of work. And I'm not real crazy about doing a lot of work if I can avoid it. I already have a full-time job. And this is rough stuff here. This ain't even decent 1x4s. This is, they're part of crates at one time, and I've cut them up. So, doesn't have to be perfect. Well, these aren't going to carry a lot of weight. Like I said, these are Nooks. These are for bottom boards and Nooks. And that's a standard 3.5 1x. Dog that does not want to be in the shop with me. She's afraid of loud noises, but she could use a little bit of desensitizing. So mercy. All right, put that in there. Put a little clamp right here. This is pretty good glue. Tight Bond 3. That's some good stuff. Someone once told me that I could probably run these through the dishwasher after the glue's set. She wants out, but I ain't letting her out because she likes to be out by the road. Once I'm done here, we'll go home. I'll put her in the truck and take her with me. I think with woodworking, don't be afraid to try something. You may mess up. Lord knows I do. I got a stack over here of stuff that when I was measuring, I kind of forgot as I went along, and so I got some stuff that's about 1/4 inch too short on one end of a hive body. But like I said, these are for Nooks, so I'm gonna fudge a little bit and I can have a little bit of a 1/4 inch sticking out on one side the way I'm making them. I'll show that later. But tonight we're just making a bottom board because in the deep south I'm about an hour north of Mobile, which puts me at about 66 degrees today on the way home from church. 66 degrees today. And I think it is February 6th. Not February. It's January 6th. That's kind of funny, actually. I can't walk and chew bubble gum at the same time. I will bust my tail, let alone do scheduling on a calendar and trying to glue up some bottom boards at the same time. I'm bound to get something wrong. It's blue. I like to brush it. Steve Tillman from the Michigan Beekeepers has some excellent videos, excellent training material for if you want to get started doing your own. He's got plans and everything. Just look up Michigan Beekeeper Association. I like his stuff. It's straightforward. Not real complicated. A lot of inspiration there. Okay, so clamp. Make sure this corner's in the right place. Actually, nothing ever is perfect when I do it, but that's fine. The bees don't care. They know how to propolize gaps when I leave them, and they don't seem to mind. I mean, if worst case, they get a little air conditioning if they need it in the summertime. But they did so much swarming on me last year. I have 3 swarm traps that need to be emptied from last year. I haven't gotten around to doing yet. So that's pulled everything tight, except I need some right there. One on each side of the seam. Got a seam there and there, so I got tacks there and there. Got a seam there and there, so I got tacks there, 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 there. But you know, along the way, just to pull it all together tight enough. Get that out of the way. Get this end lined up on the back. Have this in here to pull these tight up against because this clamp won't let this slide all the way back. When you clamp it, the 2 ends kind of right here, they can tend to rock in just a little bit. Like I said, my stuff is good enough. It ain't perfect. You're never gonna buy expensive cabinets from me unless I start doing some interesting cabinet work that ain't, it's not designed around perfection. That pulled apart a little bit. So, doesn't hurt to come back around and tack a lot. Once that glue sets, it ain't going nowhere. Cramping. Pushing down on saw blades not saw blades, but on wood on saw, cutting up this stuff earlier. And that is the bottom board for a Nucleus hive. All right, obviously there's a big hole in there, but that's where screen goes. So after I paint it, I'll come back and put screen in there because I want to paint all the way in on that. In here I won't paint on the inside, but I'm gonna paint like that way forward. That's the landing board. Oh, my hands are really cramping. I got one more to go with this. The gifts of age, I guess. And I'll paint underneath here. But these won't be used for an extensive amount of time. I don't like to paint up here because they like to stick together. Anyway, in the paint, in the heat, summer sun in the south makes it that much worse. And I'm not fond of fighting with a pry board or hive tool to pry these things apart. And they're gonna propolize them together anyway, so there you go. That's a hive body. Bottom board. That is a bottom board. Like I said, I've got hive bodies that I'm gonna do over there. That stack of flat lumber. So stacking up these bottom boards here. Yeah, I'm not fond of that. Of course, you know, you put some weight on it. There's no glue in between, but put some weight on it overnight. It'll set up and won't be so wobbly. All right, y'all get to work.